This is National Native News. I'm Antonia Gonzalez. Newly elected U.S. lawmakers are prepared to take the oath of office, including Deb Haaland and Sharice Davids, the first Native American women to serve in Congress. Haaland, whose Laguna Pueblo, is hosting an open house at her congressional office. She joined family, friends, and supporters on Wednesday, expressing gratitude in this video by Indians.com.
As a Pueblo woman, I know the importance of food, preparing food and cooking food. It's not just because you want to feed people who are hungry. It's the nourishment of your soul and your heart and all of those things. So I just appreciate so much all of the hard work that all of you did today. So thank you so much. It means the world to me.
Sharice Davids, whose Ho-Chunk was on MSNBC Thursday morning, David says she'll educate members of Congress alongside Haaland on Native issues, highlighting history and modern-day experiences of Native communities.
I think that there are not enough people who understand this area, who understand Native communities and, frankly, the federal tribal government-to-government relationship that exists. But even just the fact that you're asking me about this right now is evidence that we are going to see a new era of information, of people understanding, and hopefully of change.
Members of the Native community are planning to celebrate their swearing-in. Janie Parrish, a specialist in tribal digital and social media, is taking part in events in D.C.
There's a reception being held by a collective group, and they're going to be doing an honoring and a celebration at the Hyatt Regency this evening. And this one, I understand, is really open to the public. It's to celebrate Sharice and Deb for their swearing in today.
Parrish says there's excitement by Native people not only in the D.C. area, but she's seeing social media posts from across Indian country.
Well, I know a lot of folks are sharing photos, whether it's personal photos with Sharice or Deb, but they're also sharing articles about them. I'm seeing people take photos of them with their interviews on MSNBC and CNN, and so we actually see Native women on mainstream networks, and everyone's excited about that. So that's what I'm seeing, is just a lot of people sharing from their homes or wherever they're at, wanting to be a part of it somehow, and seeing themselves represented is really important.
The swearing-in of the new Congress takes place Thursday afternoon. The Kiowa tribe is making its language and traditions available online. As Claire Donnelly reports, it's part of language preservation efforts.
KiowaTalk.org has more than 100 videos of Dorothy Whitehorse DeLon pronouncing Kiowa vocabulary words and phrases.
I'm so happy I'm a Kiowa woman.
She also sings songs and shares stories. Whitehorse DeLon is a Kiowa elder. She's 86 years old.
I was always interested in who I was, where I came from. I speak Kiowa fluently on account of my parents. My dad didn't speak a word of English. I regretted it because I never exposed my children to it, and they just know the basics.
She and other elders created the website to make the tribe's language and oral traditions accessible to younger generations. The Kiowa tribe is headquartered in southwestern Oklahoma. I'm Claire Donnelly.
And I'm Antonia Gonzalez.
National Native News is produced at the Annenberg National Native Voice Studios by Quantic Broadcast Corporation. Funding is by Odawi Law Group, provider of Indian law solutions, and by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, with support from the Public Radio Satellite System.
Support by Ramona Farms, offering wholesome and delicious foods from our heirloom crops as our contribution to a better diet for the benefit of all people. We are honored to share our centuries-old farming and culinary traditions online at ramonafarms.com. From northern Minnesota, Red Lake Nation Foods is pleased to support this show and share the bounty of the harvests, wild rice products, and wild fruit jams, jellies, and syrups produced by American Indians and available at redlakenationfoods.com.
Native Voice One, the Native American Radio Network.